everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, March 29th, 2025, and it is about the most gorgeous spring day you could possibly ask for. So, of course, I had to come out and do a little bit of fishing, and I decided to come back to the Raritan River to try my luck at some early season action. Possibly stripers, possibly shad, possibly walleye. Of course, there's always smallmouth bass around. So, yeah, let's just get to fishing and see how the day unfolds. As usual, my expectations for this time of year are somewhat muted, but you never know with this place. One thing I will say is that the wind is blowing a little bit harder than I'd like. In fact, a lot harder than I'd like. But unfortunately, that's just late winter / early spring in New Jersey. You're gonna have to deal with wind.
Excuse me, sir. Holy shit. You're Lord.
I am Lord.
Oh my god, I fucking found you. Girl, you made my day. Holy shit. I'm a subscriber.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been watching your videos for, God, 10 years.
Oh wow, no kidding.
I've never seen you on the body of water.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm gonna take a picture of you so I can show my buddies I finally found you.
Sure.
I was like, you never guessed it was right at the bridge, so. Hold on, let me get a picture of this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, thank you. Thank you so much. Keep posting the great work, man. Very nice to meet you. I'm so happy, bro.
Alright, you too, man. Take care of yourself.
Taking the good work.
Yeah, see you again. Well, I fished through this run with a swim bait, and I got one maybe hit, but I'm like 75% sure it was not a hit. So I made a lure change, and I'm gonna fish through it again with a jerkbait, and we'll see if that turns up any fish. One of my other reasons for coming here, besides hoping to catch some fish, is I'm fishing with my new medium light bait casting outfit. And I bought this with the Raritan River in mind. So I just want to put it through its paces here on its maiden Raritan River voyage and see how it performs. So far so good, but I've got a lot of lures left in my bag to try. This wind is getting stronger. I hate this. I am so done with this wind. My kingdom for a calm day. Well, nothing on the jerkbait either. I was considering making another lure change and maybe dragging a tube or a Ned rig through there. But with this wind as strong as it is, I just think it's just gonna get dragged all over the place and I won't be able to fish it effectively. So what I think I'm gonna do is leave this spot behind and see if I can find some fish elsewhere. So sit tight and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right guys, here we are at the next spot. I switched over to some heavier gear to throw around some bigger lures, and for some reason it struck me maybe I should be throwing around a chatterbait, which is weird because I never use a chatterbait on this river. But who knows? Maybe I've been missing out on something. And this is definitely the kind of time of year when you have to think outside the box if you want to get bit. Well, this section of river, which I've actually never waded before, looks pretty flat and featureless. So I would think that if there's any fish around, they would be around this bridge piling, which is really the only major current break I've seen so far. So I'll definitely work this pretty well and hopefully I'll run into a fish. I think I'm getting this back. All right, well, here we go. This is 50-pound braid versus the Big B. Let's see who wins. Oh, the 50-pound braid with the upset. The Big B has been vanquished, but his hunger remains. Well, the bridge piling and this inflow here are the two best looking spots on this stretch, and I worked them for a while with a couple of different lures and nothing. So I don't think I'm going to waste my time here anymore. I'm going to pack up and head to another spot. So I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, everybody. Well, before I leave, there's this pond that's near where I parked. I scouted it maybe 1 or 2 years ago, and looked kind of promising. So I think I'm gonna give this a shot before I leave. Sometimes what happens is these small ponds, they will warm up faster than big lakes or rivers. So the fish will be more active earlier in the year. Hopefully that's what happens. I'd love to tie into a bass or something here just to be able to catch something today. Shaping up to be another tough day on the river. All right, so what I was doing was I was working a wacky rig Senko along this walkway here, thinking if there were any bass up shallow, they'd be tucked underneath and they'd ambush something that came by. But that didn't work, so I'm switching over to this little curly tail grub, and I'm gonna huck it out towards the middle, and I'm gonna see if there's any schools of panfish that are suspending out there. Okay, everybody, there's not much happening here either, apparently. Starting to see a pattern developing. It's not a pattern I like, but it's one that I often deal with on the Raritan River this time of year. But I do have some daylight left, so I think I'm gonna hit one more spot. And I already know where it's gonna be. It's where I always seem to wind up when things are getting desperate. All right, everybody, you know the spot, you know the drill. Time for a miracle. I actually consider whether or not to throw the big stuff here, but I figured that would be a little too much of a Hail Mary. So we're sticking with the normal river fare at the moment. See what's on the end of this mess of fishing line I found tangled up here. Looks like there was a swim bait on the end of that, but it broke off. But at least I got all that line out of there. This place is a graveyard for fishing tackle. Oh, look, I look right behind me. Look at this. There's a bunch of braided line all tied up in here too. All right, there we go. Another wad of fishing line taken care of. You always got to do your best to take care of any fishing line that you wind up breaking off. I know sometimes it's tough and you can't get to it, but always do the best you can. Well, this is the first place I've seen anybody else fishing. Given what a gorgeous day it's been, I'm surprised. There have been a lot of people out. All the parking lots along the river and the canal here are jammed. So, really interesting that they're all out just walking and not fishing. Then again, fishing hasn't been very good. So, maybe the ones that aren't fishing are the smart ones. Well, nothing in the river, and I fished the canal all the way back, and nothing there either. So, I think I'm done. What can I say? March on the Raritan River, man. It'll kick your butt 6 ways to Sunday, and today was no different. On the plus side, the new rod and reel, that seems to have taken to the river just about as much as I have. So I definitely look forward to breaking this out again when the fishing's better. And really, when you think about it, I spent the entire afternoon fishing. It was a gorgeous day. Really, catching a fish or two is the only thing that could have made this day any better. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.